What does carbon dioxide have to do with climate change? First, let's talk about wavelengths of heat and light energy. Sunlight, visible light from our sun, falls on the Earth during the day and comes in tiny wavelengths of about 550 nanometers. To understand this very tiny number, you could fit around 136 wavelengths of sunlight in the width of an average human hair. This radiant energy easily passes through space and our atmosphere until it hits the ocean, land, a tree, or let's say it hits your car. Some of the sunlight energy is reflected back to space in tiny wavelengths, but most of the energy is absorbed into the Earth or your car and is immediately changed to heat. Heat energy is radiated back out from your car and the Earth in what is called long-wave energy in wavelengths averaging around 10,000 nanometers. This is about 18 times the size of wavelengths of sunlight. Also, long-wave radiation or heat, unlike light, is not visible to humans, although some other creatures like certain snakes and some insects can see heat. We can see higher temperature heat like the glow from a hot electric stove element. Long-wave heat energy also has an unusual quality in that it does not easily pass through the atmosphere in the same way as it did when it arrived as visible light. The nitrogen and oxygen in the atmosphere do not stop long waves, but carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is dark to long waves, and it will heat up this so-called greenhouse gas and the atmosphere that contains it. The greater the proportion of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, the greater the heating. Within 10 years or so from now, I estimate that human activity, particularly with the continued burning of fossil energy, we will have increased the amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere to 500 ppm. This is a level of carbon the Earth has not seen in our atmosphere since the mid-Tertiary period, specifically around 20 million years ago. This was also during a time known as the Miocene epoch. This was millions of years before our species Homo sapiens arrived on the scene. The exact relationship between atmospheric carbon and temperature is still being determined, and which drives which is in question in some circles. However, that the world is heating up, I trust, is not seriously in doubt. There is evidence that back 20 million years or so, we orbited around a cooler sun.